out on my walk. Just got started. Look at the sky. Isn't it gorgeous? A lot of clouds. It's going to rain hard, they say, in the next couple days. That'll be interesting. I need to move. I can't be out where there's dips to get out. I don't want to get stuck out here. But if I know Arizona, I mean, yeah, it does rain hard here and there, but for the most part, they say it's going to rain, and then either it never does or it sprinkles for like a half hour. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. There's a little bit of wind here. Oh, coming into an area, there might be wind. How y'all doing? Still having a really good time out here. Let me move this up. Still having a good time. I really like it. Oh my gosh. Let me go. Yeah, I really like it. I love this boondocking thing right now. It's fun. It just is. I know. You can tell I'm having a good time here. Let me put this up here. I love the land. There's my camp. It's really simple. I'm keeping it simple. I'm pulling out one tarp and I'm putting it in front of my doors, my sliding door and my front door. It's a big tarp, as I've mentioned. And I just put my bucket out and put my my bins that are in front of my sliding door so I can go in and out. So when I'm ready to leave, I just put in my bins, roll up my tarp, and take off. So it's pretty simple. Because I'm moving around a lot, what I have found is out here right now with the RV show going, and it happens, I'm seeing it happens every January, that a lot of the RVs, the bigger RVs move in. The people are more apt to use the generators. And in all reality, that's my only issue. It's not that somebody mentioned, I think, you might be jealous or something. No, I'm not jealous. I think the people who have been watching me a very long time know that I love minivan life. I love the stealthiness of it. If I had enough money to buy and maintain, which is very expensive, a big RV, I'd go buy some land or something. I wouldn't spend it on something that's going to break down and wear down and things like that. They're really a money pit from what I've heard. So no, I'm not jealous at all. I love the simplicity of my life, and I've always been that way. I'm more artsy, and I'm more bohemian. When I was growing up, okay, side note, basically, remember those? I did those in the beginning a lot. We'll do it again. I'll just take you on the walk with me. What I have noticed growing up, and a lot of y'all are of my age group, my YouTube analytics tells me that. Although I love you young folks too. I love young people. I have no complaints with young people. I've got young people in my life. I thought I heard some coyotes over there. Maybe it's the wind. But growing up, maybe y'all, if you're my age, there were the hippies, and then there were the yuppies. The yuppies. Well, I think the people who are in build-out vans and smaller vans, we might be the hippie types. And the people that are in the RVs now, and they chose to go that route and go on vacation, the snowbirds, and then run back to their homes, they might be the yuppies. I don't like to put people in a box, but it might explain a little bit. But no, I'm not jealous. My only issue is their generators, and that's all I'll say. And the only reason I'm even talking about it is because I'm waiting for some of them to kind of clear out a little bit. So I can park a little bit closer to the road, because what I'm having to do is get away from them is to kind of get out into the deep here. But it is going to rain, and so I got to head back into by the road. Oh yeah, don't want to get stuck out here because there's some dips I got to go down, you know. So I'm going to walk over to see a friend I met when Joanne was here. His name is Paul. Shout out to Paul. And he recognized me right off. He goes, hey, he goes, you're Minivan League. So he's in a nice Sprinter type vehicle, but I see him out, so I'll go over and say hi. But there's one thing I want to do. I want to thank all of you. I mean, seriously, you're so sincere. Your comments are sincere, and they're very encouraging to me. And I love hearing your stories, so if you want to tell me your stories, go ahead. You can even do it on comments. Some of you do it and you email me, which you can do that too. Go to minivanlee.com or minivan-lee.com. I own both domains. And if you scroll down just a little bit, there's a form, a contact form. And I get them all, you know. And a lot of people do contact me. They tell me their stories, or they tell me how close they are to becoming a nomad, or they just offer advice on email. So feel free to do that. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Hit it. It helps. And it also helps me when you watch the video all the way through. The way YouTube works is they go on viewing time. I mean, you could have 1 million subscribers, but if nobody's watching your videos, you're not going to do very well with it. So it goes on viewing time. And so thank you for watching, everybody. And one of the reasons that I have longer videos than some is because YouTube promotes on their own without anybody having to pay them to do it. They promote longer videos. So I usually do half hour. So you could actually watch a video halfway and then come back to it. That would be great. You know, if you don't want to watch it, and when you close it, it will, if you're on your account, when you bring it back up, it'll start you where you stopped. Yeah. And then, of course, give me a thumbs up. A big thumbs up. Yeah. So I'm almost there at Paul's. Let's see. There he is. Let's go. Oh, had a good conversation with Paul. Spent a good hour there. He was eating breakfast. I think it got cold. Oh well, he can make new ones. But he has a nice Sprinter. Later, maybe I'll ask him if I can do a tour of it. Nice inside. Yeah. He's just a part-timer like Joanne. He's from Michigan, and he decided that he wanted to spend a few months down here. And yeah. Ooh, look at all this. They left this. Look at this. It's like an oasis of creosote bushes. Yeah. I got somebody over here. Oh, there. See, it's pretty sparse right here. I like it that way. Yeah, the Bureau of Land Management. The Bureau of Land Management manages this land, and they have made it nice for us to enjoy. They've got the rocks down. I mean, they did this on purpose and gave us some roads to go in and out of. So, pretty cool. Look at these gorgeous clouds. Get a view here. Ugh. A little bit of blue peeking out. Gorgeous. One more thing I want to talk about here while I'm on my walk. If any of you have an iPhone, Apple, iOS, I am going to tell you about an organizer app that is the most awesome. It's awesome. It's called Things. 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 I bought it, I think last year. It was $9.99. You don't have to go with one of those subscriptions where they charge you every month to use their app. You can buy things outright for $9.99. Well worth it. I bought it a year ago, and I'll try to keep this from bouncing. I bought it a year ago, but I didn't really do too much with it. And I thought, oh, okay. Well, I just kind of started playing around with it since I got my new phone. I thought, yeah, I haven't really used this. What is this all about? So they have a really easy, interesting, and fun tutorial where there's a checklist of things that they want you to do. Like, go make a new note. Go make a new, change the date on it. Things like that. So they have you go through it. It's easy. It doesn't take long. I did it over a week's time. I thought, well, let me do another one. And I learned how to use it. It's awesome. That's all I can say. I don't believe they have one for Android, which is a shame, but it's for Apple. It got an editor's award. That's one of the reasons I bought it. I thought, ooh, this looks cool. I like to try new things, and I like to be techie. I like to be up to date with tech. So I just wanted to mention that to anybody who has Apple to try it. It's really nice, and it's my go-to thing now. It's easy to add something on. Like sometimes I'll have an idea, and if you're like me, sometimes we have ideas, and then 10 minutes later it's like, what was that I was thinking about? And it's not because we're getting older. It's just that there's so much information coming at us all the time. So what I do is no matter what, I go into Things. You just click an add button. It's so easy. And I put a note down. I'm not losing any ideas or forgetting them anymore. So, yeah, try it if you have an Apple, iOS. Things. Here are all the mouse holes. You can see there's a mouse hole. There's these little mouse holes. When you park, you sort of look for these holes. You don't want to be parked too close. Here's a bunch more. It's just little holes. And that's where the mice live. And I was thinking about the mouse situation. It's a good thing that there are a lot of mice. It's a good thing. How many creatures use mice for survival? The owls, all the birds, the snakes, all kinds of animals and critters use mice. So it's a good thing they breed very fast. Just a thought. Some of you have asked me to show you my beauty products. Now, This is for us gals and also for you guys too. Sorry I call females gals. To me, gals is like we're buddies, you know, the gals. My gals, you know, hang with me. So that's the pronoun I like to use. So I'm going to show it to you, but hey fellas, hey guys, we want your skin to look good too. So these are also for you. I've shown this before. This is very important. Sunscreen. If you're a nomad or even in the city, no matter, it doesn't really matter, but especially for nomads, you're going to be out in the elements a lot. And this is what I use, is SPF 110. And what I do is I apply it and I reapply it and then I reapply it. Usually I do 3 times a day. And I tried it because this is very expensive. I try to use this just exclusively for my face. And then I have another sunscreen that I use for my arms. And I make sure that I get my hands too. Hands, that's why they say hands really do show a person's age. Our hands are out, have been in the elements all our lives, quite a bit. As far as lotion goes, I kind of go back and forth, but I've been using this as this overnight deep moisturizing, and it penetrates the surface layers deep. Well, maybe, I hope so. They actually say that a lot of this stuff really doesn't penetrate. And thank goodness, our skin is our largest organ in our body, and we don't always want things to penetrate our skin, although they do, and it can be harmful. So this is what I use. And then I bought this. I showed this in another video. Aquaphor. This is more like, almost like a Vaseline kind of thing. It's kind of, but I do use it, and a lot of it as a nomad, I have found that my feet and my heels need attention. And I'm keeping them really soft. I like to take care of my feet. They're my paws. I got to walk on them. I like my feet. And I try to keep them nice looking. So I bought this, and one of the reasons that a nomad's feet can get kind of cracked up is because we're not taking baths and we're not soaking up the water. So that's one of the reasons I also like to soak my feet once a week. So this is what I use. It's pretty good. It's been helping. And then my nails out here, especially in the winter, my cuticles sometimes will crack. It's very painful. So this has been helping. Before I go to bed, I rub it together, put it on my hands, and then I rub on my feet. Now, as far as hands go and the nails, I do show this. I think I'm going to do a pedicure and a manicure today, but this is the block that I use. I bought it from Amazon. It's so cheap. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 being the shine. It will shine your nails. And I also have this. I keep it with me. Platinum High Gloss Top Coat. I keep this with me. I don't use it on my nails per se, but if I was going to go maybe to church or going to go somewhere nice, I might apply this. Otherwise, this kind of does the trick. I keep things utilitarian. Everything has heavy use, or I don't use it, or I don't carry it if it doesn't have use. Okay, now for my face. This is I'm going to go with face now. This is what I wash my face with. Dr. Dre, she's online. I can leave her link. My daughter sent me to her when I asked her questions. I said, well, what should I use? Because I've got to start taking better care of my face as I get older. So this is what it's called, CeraVe. This is what she recommended. This is a small bottle that came as a trial that came with a larger bottle. And I have that. And what I do is I carry this in here. I refill this. It's hydrating facial cleanser. CeraVe. This is what I use to cleanse my face. Now, at night before I go to bed, I follow Dr. Dre. This is CeraVe. Skin Renewing Serum, Retinol A. It's not pure Retinol A. I think it's like maybe a 1% or something like that. But this is what I use, CeraVe, Retinol A. And it's scientifically proven that it does, over time, reduce lines, spots, wrinkles. Yeah, it renews your skin. So, and it can, in the beginning, when you first start using it, it can be irritating, and it's just working. I'm fine with it now. Now, I use this every other day. On the opposite days, I got this on Amazon. It's alpha hydroxy. Advanced Clinicals is the company. It says pure alpha hydroxy. This comes in a dropper. I just drop it in my hand, rub it together, and put it all over my face. Yeah. Got a little dropper. On the opposite night, this is what I use, alpha hydroxy. And this can be irritating too, because what it's doing is it's kind of sloughing off the skin and some of the spots. I've noticed over the past 4 years that I've got sunspots on my nose. I mean, I'll admit it, I got sunspots on my nose. And I've got sunspots going on here. I mean, I'll show it, I don't care. I'm an older female. So I've got it going on, and I'm trying to, my son, thank you, okay. My eyes are sensitive to light, even though it's cloudy. So this is what I use. I put this on. Then, when that kind of dries, then I used a little bit more. It came together. It was a set. Same company, alpha hydroxy, but this is a cream. Then I put the cream on my face every other day. So those are the two things I use every other day after I've washed my face. And on the opposite day, I did mention when I use this, afterwards, because this isn't really renewing serum, I put something on over that too sometimes. And what I do on that day, Dr. Dre recommended this. It's called Ambi. It was in my price range. There's other ones. It is a fade cream for spots. Yes. It says for the gradual fading of dark brownish spots. I got this at Walmart, along with the CeraVe. I got this at Walmart. It was only $4. Yes. So I use this, and I kind of put it on some of the spots that I have. Yeah. And I got, some brown spots on my arm too, and my hands. So I put this on my arms and my hands every night. Well, not every night, but I try to put it on. Yeah. Ambi, you can get it at Walmart usually, as long as they're not out of it. Now, my daughter and Dr. Dre recommended this on the days if I don't use Retinol A. I'm going to mention something. You have to watch Dr. Dre, because I'm no expert. Please don't use these things if you need to watch Dr. Dre, but don't use these things if it's irritating. Yeah. I have to put a disclaimer out there. I don't want anybody using something and then saying, well, Minivan Lee told me to do it. Yeah, I don't want to be responsible. Well, this is Different Gel, and it's adapalene gel. It's adapalene. It's an acne treatment. Now, although I don't have acne, what Dr. Dre says is this has the same properties in a different way as Retinol A does. That it will diminish, it is found, that even though it's for acne, it will diminish lines and spots. Yes. It'll renew, kind of like slough off some of the lines. Yeah. I don't use this very often. I kind of forget about it, but yeah, this is something that I bought. It's, none of this is cheap, by the way. This is all kind of expensive stuff. So now for the daytime. In the morning, I wash my face with this with a wash rag. Dr. Dre said, I had somebody ask me one time, they said, well, why don't you use wipes? Those are wipes to wash up with. No, I don't use the wipes. I mean, I use wipes throughout the day to wash my hands, or after, I urinate, something like that. Yeah, I will use the wipes. But this, I don't, for washing my face, because she said what happens is with the wipes, if it leaves little pieces, microscopic pieces of tissue and stuff on your face, it does. So she said she doesn't recommend that for your face. So I use a washcloth. And so I wash my face with this in the morning. Then I use this. This is Revitalift. And let's see, I forget every little thing about it. It is, I gotta read this here. It is pure hyaluronic. I know, it's hard to say. I always have hyaluronic acid. It's pure. There you go. The writing is real small in there. Yeah. It's in a dropper. You just squeeze it and pull it in. I put it on my hands, rub it, and then I get it all over it and I let it dry. But you want to use this when your face is a little damp. You want moisture on it. What it does is this traps for the day moisture against your face, which is what you want. So this is what I use. It's expensive. I'm on my second bottle of this. I use this every morning. Now after that, I let it just kind of dry, and I can tell. It almost kind of tightens your face up too, so it's really nice. Then I use this, and I need a new one. CeraVe Ultralight Moisturizing Lotion with SPF. I put this on my face first, after I use the hyaluronic acid, if that's how you say it. Yes. So I'm almost out of this. It's a nice little pump thing. I like it. And that's what I do. That's for my face. Now, and that'll get me out to walk. Okay, in the morning. But then come around 10, because I do that early, and then around 10 or 11, the sun's right going. If I'm out in the sun and I'm going to be out there, within a couple hours, I'm putting this back on. I'm just putting this on. So it's kind of hard to put makeup on your face if you're going to be outside a lot, because this really needs to be on. And if you've already put makeup on, you're just going to smear your makeup. So I really don't wear much makeup. I might put on some lipstick, but this goes on. And then again, if I'm going to be in here and then I want to be outside walking again, this goes back on. You have to keep reapplying this if you're going to be outside. It only lasts so long. And by the instructions on this, you need to put it on 15 minutes before you go out in the sun. I think it needs to kind of get the top layer of your skin. Yeah. So, what else do I have? Oh, here. There's one more thing that Dr. Dre told me to get, and she recommended. Oh, she recommended this, but I'm not. She really. It's CeraVe Skin Renewing Gel Oil. I'll put it right here. CeraVe. I'll put it right there. Yeah, it's a pump. It's a little oily. Or it's gel oil. And she said she really didn't, she said the only reason she would have got it, she wasn't that impressed with it, but I thought, well, I'll get it. I think this one I actually had to order. I couldn't find this. She says, well, sometimes it's really good. You can put it under your eyes. Well, okay, helps for under your eyes, makes it look better. Well, what I found is when I get it, it ends up in my eyes, and it just makes my eyes water and burn, and it's like putting a chemical in my eyes. It just gets close to my eyes. I don't like it, but I do have it. I mean, whatever. I'll use this stuff for something. Maybe I'm gonna use it on my arms or something. And then of course I got this. This is Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. It's generating cream. Now, I think this is for my eyes. I think regenerating cream. Yeah, Dr. Dre does mention if you get eye cream, I thought this was eye cream. If you get eye cream, She said it's kind of a waste. She goes, there's no barrier. Like, oh, if you don't put it, everything's going to eventually kind of like get in your face. If you put it down here, it's going to eventually move up there. It's just the way that works. So she said, you're kind of wasting your money on eye cream. But this is Rapid Wrinkle Repair. Woo! Let's put some on right now. If it's rapid. If it's rapid. All right. Yeah. I mean, we all get that. We got those little... And if you're younger gals, hello, you learn skincare now. Yeah, learn it now. And then I've got a cup, you know, like when you lean, it's from probably being a mom, like, what were you doing? You know, you got that scout, you want to put it there. There we go. There we go. See how rapid it works. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Yeah. So this is what I use now. And then for the rest of my body, when I wash it up, if I'm not in a shower, if I'm in a shower, I'll use like a body wash. I have some. If I'm going to go buy a shower someplace, but during the day, let me clean this up. During the day, during the week, every night, before I go to bed, I use the water and I wash my face with the CeraVe. And then I take, and I drop 5 drops. It's getting a little worn out. It's tea tree oil. I got this from Amazon. It's essential oil therapeutic. It kills all germs. It smells good. It smells good. And it's like eucalyptus, sort of. It's from a tree. And I put 5 dropperfuls in my water and wring out my wash rag, get it on my wash rag, and I wash up all my body. I wash up, and yeah. So this is my other product, tea tree oil. It's a concealer type thing. It's Clinique. I actually have a tube. I'm just going to show you this. It is Clinique. And they're so good. It's so expensive. But it's a nice concealer. This one's almost empty here. But you can just kind of put it on certain areas that you don't have to put makeup all over your face. Let me see. You don't have to, you know. That's kind of odd looking. Some people, I guess when you get really older, maybe you want to do the whole face. I'm trying to keep the spots down now. So if you're younger girls, you know, keep the sunscreen on. Use the sunscreen. And stay out of the sun if you can. Actually, cover your hands if you can, because you're going to get a lot of... That's why I wear those arm gaiters, because my arms have been in the sun for years. And they're just, yeah. You get sun damage on them. Yeah. And then, of course, your face. So wear a hat, too, if you can. Because a hat's going to save your hair, also. If you notice something that's been out in the sun often, like in your yard, you have like this wind thing or a wind, like a flag or something. When it's been out in the sun a long time, man, it starts deteriorating. Well, the same thing can happen to your hair. So wear a hat and take care of your hair. But yeah, take care of your skin now, everybody. And when we're older, we can start taking care of our skin. So that's what I use. I hope it wasn't too long and extensive. But you asked, so there you go.